If you really love great food,
one of the best things you can put in your mouth ever.
Then pack your bags and your appetite and head across the pond to London. This historic city is not the London you once knew. It's a vibrant, cosmopolitan metropolis where new is replacing old, especially when it comes to food.
Every bite you take, you taste each flavor.
You name it, they've got it here in London. From one-of-a-kind local dishes
and you don't get that anywhere else,
to delicious and unique food from all over the world.
It's a very addictive cuisine.
Delve into a gooey chocolate tart or dive into a pile of prawns.
There you go, anything else?
Yes, don't miss a British classic like fish and chips.
It's fresh, it's hot, it's crisp, and it's delightful.
London's food scene is sizzling hot, and we're going to tell you where to set your taste buds on fire on this edition of Food Paradise London. Welcome to London. It's a city filled with fabulous sights to soak in. Giant wheels, massive clocks, royal castles and concert halls. And you might be surprised to hear this, but now London is also a great place to eat. Yes, eat.
I think Americans assume that British food is boring.
A lot of people say that British food is quite stodgy.
Say goodbye to shepherd's pie. London has become a hotspot for dining, and we're going to show you the best places to eat and drink here. Our first destination is the perfect place to refuel and relax after touring the town. Duke's Brew and Q in Hackney. Here you can chow down on some lip-smacking, hearty barbecue and wash it down with a thirst-quenching beer. That's right, we said American barbecue, now heating up the London food scene.
You just don't really get food like this in the UK. We have barbecues, but you know, the American style of doing things is quite new to London.
Feedback has been amazing. People from America come in here and they're just like, oh, good barbecue in London. This is so great.
They're shocked. They're shocked. You know, like, what?
American Byron Knight and Englishman Logan Plant have joined forces to provide the best from each of their cultures. Delicious down-home American barbecue and local English beer. The Brits are crazy about it, and you will be too.
I think there's a lot of people in the city that want something new and something refreshing.
But it just seems like it's a perfect fit for the London cuisine scene.
Renowned British chef Paul Webrand says American barbecue is an exciting new idea in London, and not surprisingly, a home run.
Brits love grilled meat. It's something which I think in London, especially, you have some young people doing some very interesting things. But I think it's one of those things which translates very, very well. Why do a lot of people like it? Because it hits on the taste buds.
Duke's has been pushing pints since the 1800s. But when Byron bought it, he decided it was time to update the space and the menu.
When I walked into this location, Duke's, it immediately said to me, you want to be a microbrew, and if you're going to be a microbrew, you got to have a cuisine that goes perfectly with beer, and to me, that's barbecue.
I think there's a lot of love that goes into both processes. A lot of time, a lot of care, a lot of thought, a lot of, yeah, just a lot of tenderness.
You can't stop eating it. It's amazing.
The division of labor falls strictly along country lines. Logan's in charge of the brew. Byron handles the Q.
Here we are in the kitchen at Duke's, you know, where we make all the magic happen, as it were. You know, not like any other kitchen. You know, lots of rough pirate-type cooks that I have to work with here, which are really fun. And it's been really cool just teaching them all about American cuisine.
And what's more American than big old beef ribs smoked till they're juicy and tender?
16 hours? You actually smoke them for 16 hours? It's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just the beginning.
Now, our pulled pork, it's a pork shoulder. We do it with a dry roast, special dry roast just for the pork, and it goes for up to 20 hours in the smoker. So very long time, tons of flavor. And then we pull it apart, hence the pulled pork.
It's sunny, it's tender, it's smoky, it's good.
Meat lovers will fall for Duke's juicy sliders, mouth-watering ribs, and all the sides that go along with them. From French fries to super creamy cream spinach. It's a small menu that sticks to the staples everyone loves, and the crowds keep on coming.
We ordered every side on the menu except for the side salad because we thought that was silly. And we were vindicated in that because every single side here is not silly.
Here we got the quintessential southern snack, deep fried pickles. Nice dill pickles, roll them in a little bit of polenta, a little bit of cornmeal, and deep fry them up. We got saltiness, sweetness, brininess. It goes really great with the corn crust on the outside.
To partner with Byron's American Q, Logan brews up some very English beers that go perfectly with the food.
One of the brews I do is a smoked porter, and a porter is like a really, it's an old London ale that came around in the Industrial Revolution, and I've used smoked malt, so it's got this kind of smoky kind of texture to it, and it goes great with barbecue. You know, it's just things like that where you can work together and create and come up with something slightly interesting. There you go, anything else?
What a surprise to find Southern hospitality right in the middle of London.
It's a great plate of food and it's a great beer in my hands, and I can't ask for anything more on a Monday night.
I think Londoners have really embraced this kind of barbecue tradition from America. I mean, with both horns grabbed onto and lots of passion, and it's just smoking hot as a cuisine right now. People are really into it.
The sauce is the right kind of tang, sweetness, spiciness.
Down-home cooking in downtown London. And judging by the crowds, everyone is loving it.
So it's fun. It's almost like preaching a religion.
It's education. Yeah. It is, yeah.
Byron Knight and Logan Plant, delighting visitors with the finger-licking goodness of American barbecue.
We've got the great food. That's definitely a focus. But that's not the only star on the stage. The beer is just right there, shoulder to shoulder with it. You know, so we're just trying to really marry the restaurant and the pub tradition under one roof. So maybe in that sense, it is quite unique.
Duke's is just one destination in London's hottest neighborhood. We'll take you on a tasty tour of London's East End.
So it's a really well-kept secret of London, I think, so don't tell everyone.
And later, find out how to get some of the best food in London without making a reservation.
I think street food is really great. It can tell you so much about a culture, and it says, this is my country, this is who I am.
When Food Paradise London returns.